Hey everybody, Stephen Young here, your local real estate agent serving Durham Region, including Oshawa, Whitby, Clarington, Pickering, and Ajax. I want to discuss three things with you today, but I want to keep it down low. Is next door to me, one of the co-workers that work here, she's doing her real estate test, an exam right now, so I want to keep it down low, so you might have to turn up the volume a bit. So hopefully I can get through this in one take. I want to talk to you about three things today. And the first thing I want to talk about is a day in the life of Durham real estate in 2021. So I want to share with you some statistics of what happened yesterday. I'm shooting this today on the 20th of January, so I want to share with you statistics from the 19th, yesterday. So in Durham Region, the ones that reported on the Toronto Real Estate Board, there was 24, I believe, properties that sold. These are freehold residentials. And of those 24, 21 of them sold for over asking price. Now, it may not be surprising that some homes are selling over asking price, but 21 out of 24 is almost all of them. Also, what's important to know is the asking price of those 24 properties was $754,000. So they all not only sold for over asking, but they sold for 13% on top of over asking. So they listed at $754 on the average, and they were selling for $895. Now this is through all of Durham Region, these are freeholds. But this just gives you a bit of a sample of what's happening here in Durham Region. The second thing I want to talk about is a particular property. I have some experience selling on Galahad. There's some condominium townhomes on Galahad, 611 Galahad. And I sold one about 10 years ago where I was lucky enough to set a record. But that was back in when prices were in the 200,000 range. So what's interesting to know is those properties on Galahad, and they're up on between Wilson and Harmony, and off Rosalind in Oshawa. None of them has ever in the history of time listed for more than a price of $399.9. So nothing's been listed higher than that. And yet yesterday one sold, and it's a condominium with fees and such every month, and it sold for $522,000. It bypassed all the 400,000s and went right to 500,000, 522. What's also interesting to know is another one today, just now, was listed. The one that sold for 522 also did not have a garage, and some of the units there does. I do. And so I'm curious to find out what you think. You know, it's being listed at $369.9, and maybe I can do some editing and throw the listing up here for you so you can see it. What I want to know is what you think it's going to sell for. Now, that being said, they're holding offers for about a week or so we won't know until end of the month. But I'm curious to find out what you think. After what I've told you about the market. What do you think? So the third thing I want to talk to you about today is, despite all the doom and gloom about buying a property, it's also very, very important, if you're considering buying, to go get locked in right now with a mortgage agent. And why is that important now, even if you might not be buying this month or next month? Well, a mortgage agent can lock you in at a certain rate. And this is where I wanted to end up on this. I was scrolling through Facebook today, and I found one of the mortgage agents that I follow, and they had a 5-year fixed mortgage at 1.5%. Now, I want to go back and talk to my father from 1985 of what interest rates were and tell him that today they're at 1.5%, where back then he would tell me doom and gloom that they were at 16, 17%, which he reminds me of all the time. So 1.5% now. Now, even if you're not buying today or tomorrow, but maybe next month or the month after that, well, they can lock you in at that rate. And that's, that's pretty important, because what if interest rates do change? It gets you into a point where you know exactly what you can qualify for and, what you can also afford, right? So if you need somebody to talk to at your bank or whatever, you don't know somebody, please talk to me. I have a number of people I can refer you to. I've been in the business for 17 years, and so there's a lot of mortgage agents that I've come across that have been pretty good. So that's all I wanted to tell you today. I wanted to leave that with you. If you have any questions, leave it in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. I'm trying to get to 1,000 people before the end of the month. So if you can share this, it'd be fantastic. I really appreciate it. Thanks very much, and again, have a nice day.